Hey everyone, welcome to Human Shield 1991's very first video on his brand new YouTube channel. Hopefully this all comes out well enough. I don't have a lot of the gear that a lot of YouTubers have. I don't have a lot of the equipment. I'm using an old laptop, but let's just try to have some fun. Now the very first series we'll be getting into is Pokemon Showdown. More specifically, Generation 1 random battles. I know a lot of people like to do team building on Showdown, and I might do that in the future. But I'm a big fan of random battles, and I'd like to, in a perfect world, have different playlists for different generations. But that's enough preamble. Let's get started. Oh, but before we do that, question of the day: what's your favorite Generation One Pokemon? You'll learn pretty quickly that I have a pretty wide variety, and I can't choose just one. But I'd love to know what you like. So yeah, let me know down below in the comment section. So today we get started with not just one game, but two, and you'll quickly find out why we needed two games. Uh, wasn't what I was hoping for, but still a pretty fun start. A warning right from the jump. I'm not a competitive player. I'm not a professional player. I don't do tournaments. Um, I don't even build teams. I like to do random battles. I like to do Nuzlockes. It's kind of how I play. So there's a good chance that some of the actions I take might make you want to rip your hair out if you're a professional or if you just take battling seriously. So you can feel free to yell at me in the comment section, or educate me if I do something silly. But a lot of times I'll realize I did something silly just because I don't pay enough attention. Which, again, I'm not a tournament player. So yeah, this game it was a mixed bag early on. As you can see, the team it's fairly solid. Random battles, you get what you get. You have no control over it. Sometimes you can get a Caterpie, sometimes you can get a Mewtwo. Sometimes you can get both. Uh, this game it went moderately well. I would say actually fairly well considering. Uh, Obviously, my chance to enter Teeny didn't last too long, but what are you going to do? Then I have Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan is a lot of fun. I do Nuzlocke for fun sometimes. Late game, Gen 1, Kangaskhan can start to lose its appeal, but early on, especially if you do a randomized Nuzlocke, there's a lot of fun. A lot of fun that can be had. But high jump kick, less fun. So in this battle, one thing I did quickly learn, which I don't think I really knew because I never used it, Hyper Beam kind of has an exploit where if you use it and it knocks the opposing Pokemon out, you don't have to rest. So that was something I learned actually in this battle, and that came in handy. You could start to see the pendulum swing in my favor. The momentum was definitely in my favor because my opponent decided to quit. The paralysis and hyper beam exploit was probably a bit too much for them, and they decided to leave. Now I could have just stopped playing, but I didn't want my first game to just end on a forfeit. Win or lose, I'd rather have a full-on game. So I decided to add a bonus game to this first video. So hopefully you enjoy. And this one, I made some silly mistakes. Sometimes it's just when you play the regular game so much, you can get away with things that you can't really get away when you're playing against other people, just because the AI can be so bad sometimes. So realistically, I never should have kept a Charmeleon in against a Tentacool, but I just did it. But I'd eventually swap out and I'd bring out Chansey. At least I got the burn. I apologize that my audio might not be the best. I might have mentioned it before, but I'm not a professional YouTuber by any means. This is my first video, and I don't really have the equipment to be a professional YouTuber. I don't have a nice computer. I don't have a nice setup. I don't have a monitor and microphone. I'm just kind of going by the skin of my teeth, using my headphones and my old laptop. So be patient with me. Apologize if the sound isn't great. Hopefully, I can find a way to improve it over time without financial burden. But unfortunately, as you saw, I got frozen, and that was really, really unfortunate. I hate status effects in the first generation, sleep and frozen especially. I know sleep doesn't really go away. It's just kind of, it doesn't have that 5-turn maximum. I'm not sure if freezing does, but it's frustrating regardless. Like I said previously, the thing about random battles, they're so random, and that's the fun of them. You have Caterpie, who, let's face it, he can't do much. Maybe I could have string shot to slow down Tentacool. That probably would have been a smarter move instead of a tackle that wouldn't do anything. But frankly, Caterpie isn't going to do much for me. On the flip side, sometimes you'll get strong Pokemon that can just completely wipe out a team. Or if you're lucky, you can, you know, set up and do some sword stances. But my Furo was able to knock out the Tentacool and then a Chansey came in. And Chansey, I don't look at their stats enough because I never really use them competitive, or not competitive, but in Nuzlocke and the like. So I'm not sure if they're especially defensive, if they're regular defensive. I remember something happened and I was surprised by it in one of these battles, but yeah, I definitely need to look more into Chansey and Blissey's stats because I'm kind of slacking in that regard. Honestly, I should pay more attention to stats in general. Again, this is progress. It's a work in progress. I'm gonna have to improve over time and learn. I'm pretty decent at Pokemon when it comes to the base game. Well, again, when it comes to competitive, it's not necessarily my bag. So as you can see, this game hasn't gone great for me. Half my team is gone, and it's not exactly looking pretty. I was able to use that exploit again, Hyper Beam exploit on Chansey, which is nice, but they still have a larger team than me at this point, thanks to some careless mistakes and just some matchmaking mistakes. So now, we have Raticate and Furia, which you know, I would have thought would have gone my way, and it did ultimately. Blizzard did a lot. It did a lot, and one thing I noticed too is that a lot of these sets, not necessarily just in this game, but in Gen 1 random battles in general, there's a lot of rest. There's a lot of rest sets, so that must be the main competitive one. Anyway, Alakazam being last, or one of the last, he's so quick. I know the Psychic are really overpowered in Generation 1, and you can see why, but also Alakazam is just a great Pokemon in general. Thankfully, I did get him quite low, but trying to attack is easier said than done when he hits hard and hits fast. And then the Thunder Wave only makes it worse. Thankfully, the Surf knocked him out. And then the next burst didn't come out, the Hitmonchan. It would have been nice if I had Psychic or something like that. Instead, I got paralyzed and pretty much didn't have much of a chance, didn't have much hope. My only hope was maybe to slow it down so I could hit it hard and fast, but frankly, I just didn't have the team to do it. I was able to recover and get some of my health back, and I don't want to be one of those people who just spams recover, then it becomes a game of nothing, but sometimes you just gotta do it. Sometimes you just need to heal up and strategize that way. Thankfully, counter didn't work on me due to being a special attacker, and I was able to wipe Hitmonchan out with Surf. And that brings out the last one, and Charizard. Now, you would think because I was a water type, maybe I had a good shot here, but, Starmie's a lot weaker than Charizard, as much as I love Starmie. And the paralysis did not work in my favor. I was hit with a big body slam, and I was paralyzed, so there wasn't really much I could do. And then the Hyper Beam, they knew the exploit too, took me right out. Lastly, it was Beedrill, and I like Beedrill. I think Beedrill's a cool Pokemon, but Generation 1 Beedrill is not great, and I don't care what generation Beedrill, I don't think anything can stand against Charizard. So, unfortunately, I lost. A win and a loss, not bad. So there you go. That's the first game, 2 matches. I think it went fairly well for what it is. Like I said, um, I'm not a professional gamer. I'm not a competitive player. Battling I just do for fun. So all in all, I think it was a pretty fun time. So if you liked it, be sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Thanks.